In this video, I'm going to show you how to place the power window motor on this Mazda 6. Let's get started. At the top of the corner of the door here, you'll see this panel. You don't want to pry this off. Usually you can do it by hand, but if you have to use something, use a plastic trim tool. You don't want to scratch the paint. Just pry it straight out. It has a couple clips on the backside. Behind the door handle, you'll see this plastic cover. You're going to want to stick a pick in there or something that's small enough to pry this out, but without causing any damage. Once you remove this cover, you'll see a Phillips head screw. Remove that. Take that out. In the grab handle here, there's a little pocket with a pick or something that'll get behind this little tray. Remove it, and that'll expose another Phillips head screw. Remove this as well. At this point, there's no more hardware holding this door panel on, so you just have to pry all the clips out that go around the door. Hold the door, and pry with your hand from the where the speaker area is. There we go. Sometimes it's a little tough, especially if this is the first time that this door is being removed. There we go. Once all the clips are loose, pull straight out. However, don't go too far because the door handle cables as well as the wires for all of this are still attached. You can pop the door handle cables out, or if you just pry like this, the door handle itself will pop out of place. That's fine, that's normal. I'm going to do this. That way I don't have to deal with the cables. On the master window switch and mirror switch, there are two main connectors. Press on the tab and pull them out. You may or may not need the help of a pocket screwdriver for this clip. What I did with it is I just pushed a little bit extra on this locking tab here. Now you can pull the door panel away. Now with the window motor exposed, let's remove the three 10mm bolts that hold this onto the door panel. My window is rolled all the way down, so keep that in mind. If yours is not, you might want to hold it with something, because at this point, if you remove the motor and it's not all the way down, it could slide down by itself. Pull it out. From the back side, once you flip it over, you can disconnect it, and there it is. Now very carefully install the motor. You don't want to push on this, otherwise the entire regulator piece that is held in here will pop into this door panel, and you're going to have to take that off and reattach everything, which is not great. So slide it in. You're going to have to get those screws lined up. As soon as the first one lines up, thread it in by hand, and I'm actually going to snug it. Typically, I don't do this until all the bolts are in. However, in this case, I want it pulled together. There we go. Not tightening it fully, just getting it close and snugged up. These will line up. It's all positioned as it should be, so I'm not worried about it. But what I am worried is that the regulator will pop out if I don't do this. Okay. So now that they're all snugged up, give them a little extra. If you're doing this by hand, at most an eighth of a turn. You don't want to strip the plastic out in there. The motor is bolted on, so let's plug it in. Make sure that clicks. If you want to test it out, you can, but at this point, let's reassemble. Let's reinstall the door panel. I'm going to start by reconnecting the wiring harness. Make sure you connect both connectors and they both click. You can't interchange them, so they can't plug into the wrong plug. Okay, they both clicked, so at this point I'm going to bring the door closer and install the door handle assembly, which I removed as a unit. Make sure that clicks back in place. And now bring the door panel in and line it up. You have to basically line up this large pin at the top here with that hole, and then all of the push clips all have to line up at the same time. It'll basically just fall into place once it's on. And at this point, once you're sure that it's on, tap it in place. Install the screw that goes down into the grab handle. It's threading into plastic, so once it tightens up, that's it. Don't give it any extra. Put on this little cover, make sure it goes on the right way. Don't forget about the screw up at the door handle. Tighten this up, and the plastic cover that hides it. Make sure this clicks. There we go. As long as it doesn't fall off, you're good to go. And this little panel up here has 2 push clips. Once that's on, there you have it. Job is complete.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.